And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. It looks like a weekend reset isn't enough for some folk out there. An online trend is encouraging people to take it easy on Mondays at work. It's called Bare Minimum Mondays, where self-care is seen as more important than the grind. I called social media expert Karen Diamont here on The Factor for more details. She joins us now here in the studio. So is this just like a millennial, Gen Zer thing, or is this for everyone, Karen?
You know, leave it to the workforce of today to just brand whatever they want to run with. They're just going to brand it and then let it just take shape on social media, very much like this this new trend. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just like the quiet quitting or other trends that we've seen in the labor force. And it's no surprise that the labor force is shifting. Just because of this generation, they really are just finding new ways to adapt, leaning on technology to optimize their workflow, leaning on social media to optimize their workflow. And I don't think it's for everybody, right? It's at least not for everybody that has to report to a boss on Monday.
Exactly.
Okay, you can't do that.
But you know what? We have to give these young people credit because they look out for their best interests. They look out for themselves.
I can always appreciate that.
Without going too far, without running yourself in the ground.
Right, I can always appreciate that. I joke around with my employees sometimes. I'm like, if you're smart enough to find someone to do your job without me knowing, I mean, hell, I gotta give it to you.
Let's go with it.
Exactly.
They'll probably have AI doing their job pretty soon.
Right, right. I mean, if they're on ChatGPT, no, the thing is, you know, you can never outsmart, I don't think that you can outsmart AI technology just yet to do your job, right? But they have their wits about them and they definitely put themselves first. And that's all good. As long I think that when you're working for the right job and the right employer, they are trying to help create that balance with you. But something to me feels innately wrong about trying to not work on a Monday. Monday is a power day for most of the labor force.
Right.
It's the day when you're expected to produce the most. And so this is really counterproductive to the workflow of America. Mm-hmm. But something that we've adopted in my business many years ago was flexible Fridays. So we actually have really powerful Monday through Thursdays, and Fridays are flexible days. And I don't know why these people are
Maybe they're trying to get 2 days out of you, Karen. So when you sit back at your desk and you're looking at your employees and you're like, what the hell are they doing? Or are you saying, those are some very young, innovative people. Do your thing, long as you get your job done for me and the company.
It depends. You know, I think that the right employee is going to require, the more seasoned employee is going to require less of that coaching. But I have trained and groomed employees be in their first jobs straight out of college and have said, here, let me show you the path. This is how we can get ourselves organized. Here's a workflow that works for me and things that you can adopt in your day-to-day so that you can be most productive Monday through Thursday. We celebrate our short work weeks because that's something that gives us a 3-day weekend, and not everybody has that.
Right, you're right. You're right about that. So when you take a look at your employees that you have with your company, how would you describe who would be the best employee? Older workers, younger workers, or it just depends?
It just depends. You know, I think it's all about
what about us old heads? We not hustling for you?
Look, no, nobody said anything about that. I mean, I'm the oldest person at my company. I'm over the hill, okay?
But gotta be 29.
No, unless the hill's 30. But, you know, I think that the younger generation can be a very productive generation. You just almost have to create that workflow with them, you know, and you have to identify what type of worker is this. And sometimes you get the most productivity out of somebody that wants to adopt that leisurely Monday, that do the minimum Monday, because the rule behind it is that they're going to compact all of their to-dos on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which means that they're going to set a boundary within themselves to be done and get everything done on that shorter term. So be it. So maybe you can have that flexible Monday. In our case, it does not work just because our weeks are shifted more heavily towards the front end, But I wish whoever the best if they want to adopt that.
All right, Karen, always good to see you, Diamond, here on The Factor Uncensored. That'll do it for us. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, social media, and on Karen stuff and all of that.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Let's wave, Karen. Good night.